Good evening. We begin our second hour here at Queen's Park tonight with a special look at adoption. For many, it is the only hope that they will ever have a child. But the adoption process in this province can be a long and painful process. Many have been calling for change to an outdated system. It's that change may finally be coming. This is a story about children waiting to be adopted in this province. We don't know their names. We don't know their faces. We do know there are approximately 6,000 of them. We also know parents hoping to adopt say it is a lengthy, gut-wrenching process.
Our first thought was to adopt in Ontario, and when we called our local children's aid, we were basically told not to bother, and they actually encouraged us to go to international adoption.
That's ironic, considering at the time public service announcements like this one were promoting local adoption.
All kids want to just be loved and be part of something bigger than themselves.
The challenges surrounding domestic adoption is just one part of a bigger, complex story around adoptions in Ontario. It is a system that hasn't fundamentally changed in decades, with no central oversight. In Ontario, 47 different children's aid societies handle the adoption process for their areas. Is that a key problem? There's no one umbrella group.
Well, I would say there's 47 different agencies with the same rules, but 47 different approaches.
Irwin Elman is Ontario's child youth advocate. He believes our current system needs a radical culture shift with one centralized adoption process and a whole new way of looking at adoption as a whole. He would like to see a family created for a child, a melding of community, like a village.
It's not about taking a child from here and plopping him into a ready-made family over here. It's about the adoptive family becoming part of the child's family as it's already constituted. The adoptive parents become part of the child's family, not the other way around.
One report finds approximately 1,500 families are approved and waiting to adopt in Ontario. BRENNAN is with the Adoption Council of Canada and believes children need to have a greater say in who their caregivers are.
Some of those kids don't want to be adopted. Some of them do. You know, they need to be involved as much as possible in their care and in their future.
As for Lori, she and her husband gave up on the dream of adoption after 4 painful, frustrating years of paperwork and delays.
I would say it destroys you. You feel so incredibly frustrated, not because it's about us, but it is about there's children waiting in care, and you know that the longer they are in care, the more the stakes are against them, and the less the chance that they have to bond with a family.
Now, the province's child and youth advocate tells me that a consultant has been working with the Liberal government to overhaul the adoption system, and he also believes new legislation around changes to the adoption process could be announced as early as this fall. Now, the government would not confirm that with me today, but did send me a statement saying, quote, "We know that the process to adopt a child or youth in care can be smoother," and adds it will work with partners to improve the process. Now over to Pam Seidel. Pam.